From Flat Top Mountain here in southern West Virginia, this is the Allegheny Front Almanac. I'm Doc, and each week we slow down the world just enough to notice the animals settling in for the season, the weather, and the small stories woven between us. This is your Almanac for November 23rd through the 29th. We start this week with a rare late November kindness, a stretch of warm, gentle days to let you go outside and make real progress around the farm. I spent those mornings cleaning up, fixing the swells, and adding more life to the hugelkultur beds. There's something about tending to the soil this time of year that feels like tucking the land in before winter settles in deep. The Honda Element, my stubborn little fall project, actually moved forward this week. Dad came out, helped me with some of the tricky parts. Guys, no matter how old you get, there is comfort in working beside someone who knows your pace and your patience. And then we welcomed two new roosters to the farm, John Henry and Poppy. New roosters always bring a new energy, and I'm sure we'll have plenty of stories once they settle in. But this week also brought a hard moment. One of our family cats, Rascal, passed away on Thursday. 17 years. One of the very first cats born here at Mavis Manor. A cat dog of sorts. My dad's kitchen pal. A friend who walked through many seasons with us. Actually more than most people ever do. I spent that evening digging his resting place. Hard work. Honest work. But there's something about digging a loved one's grave. And by Thanksgiving evening, the warm spell broke. Cold air swept in fast, the kind that cuts straight through you. But it was good to be around family, sharing food, old family recipes, like my grandmother's 3-layer jello. A reminder that connections carry us even through the coldest days. The mountain weather forecast for November 30th through the 6th, Sunday, November 30th. Partly sunny, cool, crisp. High around 45 to 50, low in the 30s. Good. Firm ground, crisp air, and the wind should be manageable. Monday, December 1st. Clouds build through the day with a slight chance of drizzle late. High, 45, low, below freezing. Mud risk returns. When that drizzle shows up, it will be slippery. Good day to stick to barn chores or indoor repairs. Tuesday, December 2nd. Cold morning, but a bit of sun through midday. High in the low 40s, low 28. Hard frost likely. A good day to check the water, to reinforce the bedding, and to be ready for the snow. Wednesday, December 3rd. Cold, clear, dry. Your typical early December. High, 38 to 40. Low, dropping down to the 20s. You'll see your breath all day. There'll be some snow. Remember to dress warm. Thursday, December 4th. Overcast, with a chance of light snow. And a wintry mix after dark. Highs, 35, 37. Lows, possibly the teens. Guys, keep your eye out for the slick steps, the icy patches. Friday, December 5th. Wind picks up. Cold moves in hard. High in the low 30s. Dropping down to 18 in the evenings. This is a day when the cold bites through your fingers. Saturday, December 6th. Mostly cloudy, with flurries possible. High, 34 to 36. Low, in the 20s. Good day to freshen up the bedding, tighten up the windbreaks, and embrace your wither rhythm. Space weather stayed mostly calm this week. No major flares or geomagnetic storms. Just a steady, quiet hum from the upper atmosphere. There were moments. Late in the week, a coronal hole rotated into position, sending a stream of high-speed solar winds towards Earth. It won't hit full strength until midweek, but you might already feel the small shifts. Animals a little more alert, sleeping a little lighter, and the air carrying a faint tension. And here's the piece skywatchers will care about. The massive sunspot cluster that produced our incredible auroras earlier last month are rotating back towards Earth. These are the same regions that lit up the sky over West Virginia with the reds and the violets and the pinks. They spent the last couple of weeks on the far side of the sun, and now they're turning in again. So far, they're quiet, but big spots are like big storm clouds. They can flare up fast. If they wake up, we could see another surge of geomagnetic activity, maybe even another chance of auroras drifting further south than usual. Keep an eye on clear nights. The sun may have more to say. The ridge carried both sorrow and celebration this week. Rascal's passing weighed heavy on the farm this week. 17 years is a long run for a cat. Born right here in West Virginia. Spent years in Ohio with my parents, then came back home with them when they moved to the mountain. He was the last of the very first batch of cats born here at Mavis Manor. The same litter that gave me Amatiel, my first pet as an adult. That little group carried a whole chapter of our life story. Rascal was an interesting one. He preferred the company of dogs, or my dad, more than most cats. Fearless, loyal, and content to walk his own path. I planted him beside Cricket, the dog he grew up with, two old friends, ending up side by side again. And already the house feels different, a little quieter, a little strange. When an animal lives with you that long, they become part of the rhythm of the place. And when they're gone, you notice the space they occupied in a way you can't quite put into words. But even that moment of goodbye, new arrivals happen. Our friends welcomed their second child, a healthy baby boy, born on Thanksgiving evening. One story ends and another begins, both carried by the same cold wind. We also have Winter Place Ski Resort firing up their snowmakers this week. That fine white mist rising in the night as the mountains announcing winter is here. This week's gardening tip isn't about soil or tools or even chores. It's about gratitude and how it shapes the way we work with the land. Gratitude is its own kind of homesteading skill. It changes how we see the world, especially in the quiet season, when the garden is sleeping and the winter is settling in. I'm thankful this year for my health, for the way my body healed, from my back injury to the cancer, from all the little things life has a way of throwing at you when you least expect it. There were days I didn't think I'd ever work a shovel or climb a hill without thinking twice. And now, here I am again, moving through the chores, grateful for every step that doesn't hurt. I'm thankful that the land always provides, even in November, even in the cold. It gives what it can. A warm day, finish a project. A final batch of good oak leaves. A sky clear enough to see the stars. I'm thankful for my friends who are loyal, patient, kind, folks who show up when you need a hand, when you just need someone to sit on the porch and breathe in the fresh mountain air. I'm thankful for my faith, the quiet compass that steadies me when the world feels uncertain. I'm thankful for my family, the people who walk beside me through storms, through sickness, through loss, through all the seasons that weren't easy. Gratitude works like compost. It breaks down things, turns struggle into nourishment, and it feeds the soil you'll plant for future you. When you tend the land with gratitude, really tend it, you start noticing what you have rather than what you lack. You work slower, you breathe deeper, and you see the abundance that's already around you. So this week, let gratitude be part of your homestead toolkit. Let it shape your chores, your outlook, your pace. Let it remind you that even in the cold season, life is generous. And when spring comes back around, you'll find that everything you are thankful for helping grow you as the person that you are becoming. This week reminds me that the rhythm of the mountain isn't just weather or chores, it's the people. The steady presence of family working beside you. The grief of saying goodbye to a companion who walked with you for many years. The joy of welcoming new life into the community. The warmth of the Thanksgiving table surrounded by those who know you well. Winter is the season that pulls folks close. Trees lean in on each other. Animals huddle. People share food, light, and stories. Hold your loved ones close. Remember the ones who shaped your path. And let this season remind you of what and who you carry with you. Until next time, I'm Doc. Live slowly, love deeply, fear nothing.